Hello everybody, welcome back to Lead the Way with Dr. John. We were just having a wonderful time learning together about how to pick staff to work with us. And we looked in the last two episodes on picking somebody with character, picking somebody with competence. Today we're going to look at the third aspect, picking someone with a good chemistry. It's extremely important to have a team of people that have a chemistry together. They complement one another. They come together. Where one leaves off, the other picks up. Let me ask you a few questions about chemistry. Have you ever worked with volatile people that are just upset and angry all the time? Have you worked with people that found it difficult to forgive other people's mistakes? Have you worked with people that always blamed others for the mistakes? That they pointed fingers and said they are responsible for all of this? Have you worked with someone who constantly lives in fear of failure? Have you worked with people who had to be right all the time? They had to be right and you had to be wrong. Well, if you have, you just got recruited to a difficult place, maybe something close to hell. That's not a company you want to be part of, where people around you constantly living in fear, blaming others. I worked with many at different locations. When I was working as a medical doctor or being trained as one, I remember I worked in some departments where everybody covered everyone's back. Everybody helped one another. There was such a good chemistry. We wanted to go back to work the next day. We wanted to meet our friends. Whenever somebody asked to help out with something, we were there to help them. Somebody wanted to go, we were there to cover their zone. There was a chemistry. Well, in the same college where I was being trained, in the same med school, there was another department. In that department, they constantly in the side notes of the case sheets, the junior doctors would write, taken advice from this senior about such and such. And at first look, you might think, well, that was because they were reporting everything well. No, that was not because of good reporting. That was because of making sure the blame doesn't fall on them if something went wrong, that the senior person's permission had been taken. There was bad chemistry. There's bad breath. Others know that this is not an environment you want to be part of. So when you work with people with bad chemistry, there's constantly a lot of stress in the air. People join a company for a brand, but they only work for their immediate boss. How are you as an immediate boss? Now, it is one thing to want to pick people to be a great staff with you. It's another thing to ask, am I a good immediate boss? Do I have chemistry? Remember, we looked at the other two things which are very vitally important. Do I have character? Secondly, we looked at, do I have competence? Number three, we're looking at, do I have chemistry? Am I a difficult person to work with? And am I the people that I'm picking, are they difficult to work with? Everybody works for their immediate boss. You might be working with a superb company, a superb organization, but if your immediate boss is difficult, or you as an immediate boss are a difficult person, that's not someone people want to work with. So what kind of stuff are you picking? I remember once I was part of this land and building team that I had to put together. We were going to buy some property and build a church complex, and constantly on my heart I was thinking, hey, wait a minute, I need to pick some people. And there was this one person who had just come to the church, had just been baptized, was fresh to the faith, and I was thinking in my heart, hey, he seems to be a very critical person I want to bring in the land and building team. Why? He had competence, he had a drive, he had ownership. He would constantly come and ask me, Pastor, are we buying this? Do we have a church? Do we have a church property? Can we build something up? He had the drive, had the ownership. But since I didn't know him, I wasn't sure whether to pick him. So what did I do? I went to a cousin of his and asked him, hey, I got a question about your cousin. And this cousin of his asked, what is the question? I said, as you know your cousin over the last many years, in your family, is he a problem causer, a problem finder, or is he a problem solver? Now that was a very important question. Was he a problem causer? Was he someone in your family known to cause trouble? Because if he caused trouble in the family, I just knew he was going to cause trouble on the team. Was he a problem finder? Some people are problem finders. They will tell you what is wrong, this is wrong, that's wrong, that is wrong there. But they never become part of the solution. They're always the critique. They're always the critical person. And a critical person on a team always adds stress. Being critique is different from being critical. Being a critique, you can still add value by being a person of good chemistry. But being a critical person always adds stress on the team. People don't want to hang around. So I just asked, is he a problem causer? Is he a problem finder? Some people are problem finders. They tell you what's wrong. But some are problem solvers. They say, hey, can I be part of the solution? Can I help with this solution? So let me ask you a few questions to find out how the chemistry is going. How do I evaluate if I got good chemistry? All right, question number one. Do you get along with people? Are people a pain, or are people your prized possession? Are they the ones you value? Truly, the people we carry with us as a leader are our greatest prize. Number 2, do you always have to be right? Do you have to be right? And if you're wrong, or is there a possibility you can be wrong? If you have to be right, that's bad chemistry. You are a lot of trouble in store for you and people coming with you. Question number 3, do you blame people often? Do you say they are the reason because of this? Do you constantly have to put the blame on others? That's bad chemistry, because you're going to have people walking out the road. Question number 4, are you afraid to be blamed by others? Can you handle a criticism? Can you handle somebody telling you, hey, you know what, I don't think that was right? So are you afraid of being blamed or told that you're wrong, and do you react to it? Now, some people say, I don't react, I just keep quiet. That's a reaction. If you're not being a part of the solution, you are a reactionary person. A lot of people can react by isolating. So an isolating person finds comfort in the fact that he's not blaming anybody, not telling anything to anybody, but hey, what? You're causing an added problem. Not only is there a problem, but now we've got to handle a human resource challenge of somebody sulking and isolating. Number 5 question, do you trample over the people? Do you trample over people to get the goal done? The thing about bad chemistry is that if a leader wants to go from point A to point B and wants to get something achieved, usually people with bad chemistry, they'll get the goal done, but on the way they'll leave a trail of dead bodies. Are you somebody who leaves a trail of bad bread, dead bodies on the way to get the goal done? So finally you have your trophy, but soon after you're going to have to do a funeral service. Question number 6, are people wanting to join your team? Do they say, this is somebody I want to work with, this is someone I want to be part of? Do people want to join your team? Question 7, are people leaving your team? What an important question to ask. Are people leaving your team because they are finding it difficult to work with you? Question 8, do they come to you with their personal challenges? Are people coming to you and saying, hey, I want to talk to you, I'd like to share my challenge with you? If they come to you to share their personal challenge, you are working on some good chemistry here. The next question, do people avoid confrontation with you? Are they afraid to share something that's going to get you upset? Are they afraid to share their opinion with you? Or are you hardly getting to hear what other people have to think? Next question, are people walking on eggshells around you? They're staying away, they don't want to come near you, they're not sure of who you are. The next question, are you able to forgive other people? And are you able to ask people for forgiveness? If you're able to forgive others, that's good chemistry. If you're able to ask people for forgiveness, that's even better chemistry. Next question to ask is, are you afraid to fail? Are you someone who's afraid to fail, afraid to be blamed? Hey, there's a deep-seated problem there. A seed of rejection, maybe from your childhood, or maybe you were told you could not fail. If you're afraid to fail, that's bad chemistry. You're going to give a lot of stress to people around you. Finally, if you are stressed all the time, are you stressed all the time? Are you concerned all the time? That's going to cause a lot of bad chemistry. So if you have not evaluated or asked somebody, can you evaluate or help me get evaluated? That's going to add to the bad chemistry. Get ready, work on your chemistry, be an easy person to hang around with, pick up people that find it easy, that together as a team, when you know this chemistry, it creates a place for peace. And if we don't fix our chemistry, we're going to lose a lot of people. It's so vital for growth of your organization. Work on your chemistry, people will do life with you. They will say, this is a team I want to be part of. So you build your team with that chemistry, and you'll go a long time. Your team will last a long way. You will raise up a legacy and leave your mark behind. God bless you. Have a great week. Subscribe to our channel, share with others, let others hear, and let's grow together with Dr. John. Lead the way.